A very good morning to you. Welcome to yet another interesting edition of the Paper Reviews. This Wednesday, the first day in the month of November 2023. Well, like they always say, Happy New Month. We from Quest here are wishing you a very happy new month in the month of November. My name is Alex Obunnaya, and today on the program we have 5 dailies up for review, and I'm not here alone, and I'm not going to be doing that alone. I have here with me Comrade Efe Odomo. Comrade, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Also throw your line, happy new month. And I believe this month is pregnant with miracles for us.
Well, hopefully, completely different views. All right, then. That's a good one. Say amen to that. Okay, let's go straight to the papers. We have 5 papers up for review: The Punch, Daily Sun, The Nation, Tribune, and the Vanguard. Of all the papers that we have, only Daily Sun is not leading with the Rivers State crisis. All the papers, have captioned or have led with the crisis in Rivers State. But we're going to start off with the Punch newspaper, and on the front page of the Punch newspaper comes this one: Rivers crisis, Tinubu PDP governors stop Fubara's removal, protesters arrested. That's the lead story on the front page of the Punch newspaper. You're going to see that shortly on your screen, so that you will, of course, be following as we are going through it, just in case you're watching via the television. Rivers crisis, Tinubu PDP governors stop Fubara's removal, protesters arrested. And still on the front page of Punch newspaper, this one, federal government budgets 52.6 billion. Okay, federal government budget 52.6 billion for arms anti-terror fight. Okay, not 52 now, 552.6 billion for arms anti-terror fight. Senate launches fresh probe into Naira redesign, and Lagos secures $1.38 billion for Fourth Mainland Bridge orders. These stories are above the masthead, the Punch of the Punch newspaper. And directly below the masthead of the Punch newspaper comes this one: Akwa Ibom clears silver. Appeal court, I beg your pardon. Appeal court clears silver for Bayelsa polls, fines challenger 1 million naira. And very close to that story, Ogun communities panic over fresh flooding. Ogun communities panic over fresh flooding. And finally, okay, this one is more of advertorial, so I won't be taking that. That's that from the Punch newspaper. And from the Punch, we go to Daily Sun. Daily Sun is leading with a different story on security issue: end of road for wanted deadly bandit amid kidnapping of 25. That's the lead story on the front page of the Daily Sun. It comes to the rider: troops record breakthrough in Kebbi Soro in Kaduna. That's the lead story on the front page of the Daily Sun newspaper. We seem to be taking time to effect the change on the screen, but we'll move on. Ukpo community wins as Supreme Court resolves protracted land tussle with Abba. Whatever that means, the story is on the front page of the Sun, but the full gist can be found on page 26. NBA pledges to uphold Nwabweze Uweuche's legacies. That's on page 26 also. And Naira gains strength against dollar as CBN denies plans to redenominate currency. That's on page 25. Lagos Island revenue shuts 34 companies over tax debts, vows to close more. Tinubu intervenes in Wike Fubara clash. Okay, that's the story, the crisis in Rivers State. You can read it up on page 6. Appeal Court affirms Natasha winner of Kogi Central senatorial seat. That's on page 28. Tribunal upholds ex-Taraba Speaker's election. And that's that from the Daily Sun newspaper. We turn our attention now to the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper is up next. Fubara Wike feud, Tinubu PDP governors mediate. That's the lead story, and it comes with the riders. Governors praise president for intervening in crisis. Freedom for judiciary. Supreme Court verdict has closed 2023 elections. Okay, and still on the front page of the Nation, federal workers wage award a 2.1 trillion naira supplementary budget. And finally, from the Nation, Lagos secures $1.35 billion deal for Fourth Mainland Bridge Blue Rail. Okay, that's a good one. And quickly, we turn our attention to Nigerian Tribune. And of course, like I did say, all the papers except the Daily Sun are leading with the Rivers story. PDP governors call for ceasefire, says Tinubu has intervened. Rivers crisis. The full gist can be found on page 3 and 4 of Nigeria Tribune. No quarrel too big to resolve. Wike, protesting youths storm speaker's residence. Police arrest many. We just hope that we've seen the last of that drama. Reps invite minister over 1.1 trillion naira conditional cash transfer. That's on page 3. Police council confirms Egbetokun as IGP. Tinubu sets up committee to close constitutional gaps. That too is on page 3. Building collapses in Ekiti. Schoolgirl killed. 4 others injured. That's a sound one. It's on page 12. NAS passes 2.177 trillion naira supplementary budget through second reading. You can get that on page 25. PDP chairmanship. Why party chieftains zero in on Saraki. IU's suit stalling emergence of new chairman. Appeal court affirms Natasha winner of Kogi Central Senatorial District. You can read up that story on page 24 of Nigeria Tribune. Our last paper up for review this morning is the Vanguard. Rivers, Tinubu wades in. Wike, Fubara greet in Abuja. You can read that story on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. We want to return but can't, recalled envoys. That's on page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. PDP governors welcome Supreme Court judgment, slam contradictory ruling on Plateau. That's on page 5. On page 8, I beg your pardon. And football, Super Falcons thrash Ethiopia 4-0. The game was played yesterday, and Nigeria is through to the next round. And finally, let's look at Mr. and Mrs. I want a delicious soup with assorted meats like cow leg, cow tail, goat meat, what's this one? Cowhide, liver, kidney, intestine, crabs, shrimps, periwinkle, and 7 different types of vegetable. That's the Mr. talking now. And I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I've seen the reply, and the reply is, is that soup or evil forest?
It's evil forest. Because
oh my God, it's crazy.
More than making the forest.
That's a good response. Is that soup or evil forest? Oh my God, that's a good one. Okay, that's for Mr. and Mrs. And it's on that really, really hilarious note. We now turn our attention to Comrade FA. Comrade FA, is that soup or evil forest? Let's start with that.
It's more than evil forest.
Oh my God.
The forest being inhabited by the powers in the bush.
Some people can be so creative. Trust me, I like this.
The power of creativity is high.
Okay, now let's look at Rivers now, where I think they also need some form of creativity there to resolve whatever issues they're facing. So Tinubu has waded into the matter. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, good for him, good for him." Do you think you like the way the approach Tinubu is taking?
Yes, definitely. Tinubu is the godfather or father of Nigeria as it is today. And when your children are at war, the father is never at peace, whether you pretend to be aware of the war or not. You know, the problem we have politically is this issue of godfatherism. You have left a position, you still want your footprint, you still want your seat to remain there. We should remove all this from our politics. Because if not for the fact that he still wants to call the shots, I don't think all these things will be happening. Somebody said it 2 days ago, whether it was a rumor or so, I don't know, but I think I read it clear, that Wike was demanding for about 30% of the allocation, and the governor said, no, I will give you 10%. I don't know how authentic that statement is actually. And you know what that amount of money means?
Even 10%, even 5%.
Even 1%. Are you
What
supposed
does
to
he
get
need
it?
it? What does he need it for?
You not only him. This thing does not apply to only him. It applies across board. Because I know quite well that ex-governors are entitled to salaries. I don't know where in the world or any lexicon that defines a retired governor. I've not seen. If you are paying ex-governor because he held office, what happens to the other political office holders that were elected? Are they also going to be paid? Now, if you are being paid, you are now in a new appointment. You will still get your full dues there. You now come back home and get your severance allowance for life. You now go to, you now also get your extra codes and every other thing. And we have people in this country that hardly feed once a day. It's as bad as that. You see men in suits. They will come on to you. Please, I came for an interview. The person I came to see, I did not see me the person. I'm not a beggar, but please, just something to take me home. They call them executive beggars. And somebody will sit down somewhere without doing anything because I have led a section of the country. I should be paid for life. What happens to those who have voted you in? Why is it that you have led? You still want your shadows to be there? The people that left ahead of him, are they also doing the same thing? Did they also remote control you when you were in office? There are so many things we should not be doing. We should kill this issue of godfatherism. Godfatherism will still continue to try because Nigeria, we have not only had elections. We have been having transfer of powers. We've not had elections. Because if there are proper elections, all these things wouldn't be there. Somebody will tell you, this is the person I want. Why are you a singular person who tell people, this is the person I want? Want to do what? To do your bidding or to do the bidding of the state? This is also translated to the National Assembly. This is the person Mr. President wants to be there. This is the person he wants to be there because that's the person he can work with. To work with him or to work for the country. We should separate these issues.
Okay, let's look at this issue that's also been trending before we go to the phone lines. Recall that the president President Bola Tinubu has ordered Nigeria's envoys across the world to return back home. And these guys are saying, give us time because in the countries where they are, schools just reopened, they need time to arrange and all of that. But I think the presidency is still insisting. Is it normal to recall all your ambassadors all at once, for whatever, what they call briefing and reassignment or whatever it is?
Yes, it's not actually too normal. But nobody knows what the president is seeing before making that type of decision. He who is in the river is the only one who can tell the type of fish he's stepping upon. You outside cannot say that. The privileged information they have must have prompted him to do what he's doing. But like the envoys are saying, actually, if it is too hasty, there are going to be bound, or there are bound to be a lot of mistakes. But all I do know, the earth is going through stress now. There is unrest everywhere. And I believe that is the area the president wants to look at. He should actually give them time, even if it is 1 or 2 months. Let them prepare their tables before leaving. And again, the issue of reassignment and reappointment dropping and go is also on the table. Mr. President should tread with caution. Otherwise, we can get our fingers burnt through that.
Exactly. I was going to add that someone did say some time ago when this issue came up that maybe he wants to, of course, recall those people and then put in his own guys, because when you look at the way his appointments are going from one side, you just want to continue with that trend. It's
normal. If you look at it from the National Assembly, this is the person Mr. President wants. This is the person Mr. President wants. That's exactly what that one will also play out. That's why I use the language. Some of them will be reassigned. Majority of them will go finally, and the new ones will come in. And we should not actually run politics like that. Look, when you are contesting in your party, you are an aspirant. When you win the party flag, you become a candidate. And when you win the general elections, you become the president, the governor, or whoever position that you contested for. The issue of this person is from my place, and that's the person that must be there. It's not only one person that voted for anybody in the country when you become a public officer.
I think we'll have to take some calls now to get your thoughts on some of these issues, or your reactions on some of these issues that have been trending on the front pages of the papers. Hi, I haven't even mentioned the number. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Hi, good morning.
This is Henry Guara from Mosoga.
Okay, go ahead.
The major headlines to this, the Rivers crisis. Rivers crisis, Tinubu PD governor stop Fubara, removal, protesters arrested. Now, the truth that bulletin, they are having some sense now, at least there's intervention. and the company have only said they should work unanimously to make sure that they carry the River State along. When Wiki was governor of River State, he was said that Amity did not attract any development to the state. No, I know he's the minister of the FCT, but it's a way they can work in tandem with the state government to carry the state forward and cut the United data forward. So we want peace. We pray that there should be peace in that place. Have a good day, sir.
Henry, thank you. We want peace in rivers, of course, even everywhere across the country. Okay, let's take some more calls if you can. The numbers are on your screen if you're watching on television, but if you're listening via the radio, the numbers are 08. Okay,
hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Morning to you. Tell us your name, please.
This is Sir Eno calling from Mogere.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the River State political crisis. Thank God that Mr. President has intervened and everything is going to be resolved. We want peace in River State. Thank you very much.
Okay, the second caller corroborating what the first caller said. We want peace in River State. Let's see if we can sneak in one last call, and we will call it a day from this on this segment of the program. Hi, good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. What's your name, sir?
Thank you. Mr. Friday.
Mr. Friday. Welcome. It's a Wednesday.
We don't only want peace in River State. We want peace in the whole Nigeria.
Very true.
The whole Nigeria is where we want peace. And the president recalling the ambassador, I think it's so suspicious because his appointment of recent has become lopsided. Please, let his appointment let it not be lopsided. Let you remember other section of the country. All the appointment now has become Ade, Ojo. No. Let you remember the past. Thank you.
Okay, that's a good one. Ojo, Ade, Ojo.
You know what?
Oh my God.
If we actually blame Mr. President for lopsided appointment, what happens to the Senate that have been given blanket approval for all the names submitted? You know, the senators were sometimes taking up Akpabi over this matter, but nothing came out of it. The man did not just sit in his office and say no. We need somebody that will be able to look at the president's and say no. Let
me just quickly throw in this if we have time for it now. There's this rumor that there's going to be a redenomination or design of the country's Naira. But CBN has come out to deny it.
Yes.
But there is no smoke without fire.
Definitely there is no smoke without fire. They can test the waters and say how murky it is. And when they see the reaction of people, they can, like we do say in secondary school, they quickly withdrew into the accessopodia. I don't know whether you remember that English term. Definitely there was a rumor like that, or there was something in the offering, but they tested the water, it was not too good enough. But I don't think this is time we should do that now. Having in mind what happened not too long ago before the elections of the general election we had, where people lost billions of naira. Because they ask you to go and deposit the money in the bank. You go and deposit the money in the bank. You want to withdraw the money you deposited, they will tell you they will give you only 60%. Okay,
I've just been told that that's not a rumor. This one is real. I've just been told that we should end the program.
Yes, that's not a rumor.
It's not a rumor. It's real. Okay. At this juncture, we'll say thank you for being part of the program. Thank you so much, Kamil Remo, for coming.
Yes, I thank you too for having me.
I want to say thank you to Vanguard Newspapers too for sponsoring this segment. My name is Alex Obunnaya. Good morning.